Welcome to Buster Corp's 300th analysis video. That's right, I've done 300 analysis videos over 5 years on this very YouTube channel. I know 300 isn't as big deal as 100 or even 200, but I think it's less about the number that gets me sentimental and more about the consistency for doing this for over 5 years, even more if you count my older channels. I kept debating what kind of subject I'd cover for this occasion, and at the last minute, I'd finally settled on a topic. The GoZyuger tie-in movie, Tegasword's Resurrection. Super Sentai summer movies are strange beast in the wide creative scheme of the Super Sentai franchise. These films are only slightly extended episodes, clocking in at 30 minutes, but they have bigger production values and a new mecha form to sell. Sadly, much like the mainline TV shows, these Sentai movies were often overshadowed by the Kamen Rider movies that got double billed with them in Japanese cinemas. This doesn't mean these movies are bad, far from it. If you enjoyed the main Sentai show a movie ties into and want to get more fun moments from the team, these films are great vehicles for hype moments and aura with your faves. However, I find the best of these summer movies give you a nice vertical slice of the pre-existing show on a cinematic scale with a simple but effective story to remind the audience of why they love the show without rewatching all 50 episodes. I personally think Tegasword's Resurrection excels at all of these aforementioned things. It gives you the fun, flashy fights with your favorite characters doing their bits, but also has a simple but effective story that both reestablishes and ties into the themes of the TV show. It does help me that, despite the last arc production bullet holes, I already freaking love the GoZyuger TV show, so I was very excited going into this movie tie-in. Admittedly, the last couple of Sentai summer movies for shows I liked, like King-Ohger and Boom, just ended up okay, so there was a chance the GoZyuger movie wouldn't hit with me. However, not only does GoZyuger have the power of special anniversary celebration pizzazz on its side, the movie's scripting touches on everything I like about the main show, just condensed in a quality 30-minute package. In case you're not in the know or need a refresher, the GoZyuger TV show follows the titular team, composed of outcasts and misfits from all corners of Japanese society. They fight against a variety of factions, like the artificial generation creations of Brydon, rogue universe warriors, both good and evil, taking the form of past Red Rangers, and occasionally, amongst themselves, for the power of the Tegasword's rings to get a wish granted. The show is primarily themed around fighting, competitions, and becoming the best, which leads to a lot of snarky fun interplay between the characters. It's helped that the fighting itself is super stylish, with the main characters of an episode's conflict giving a grand speech wrestling promo style before beating each other up, with the victor of the conflict getting a sick win graphic. And this movie has all the makings of a typical great GoZyuger episode. You got the foul-mouthed Red Ranger Horu trying to take up a job but getting interrupted by both of his rivals and the other GoZyugers and the main villains of the show, Brydon, but they all have to team up against an even bigger threat in this movie, Pestis, a member of the Calamity that fought the Tegasword in the First Universe War, now having captured the mecha after a recent battle. Much like the No One monsters the Brydon send out week after week, Pestis challenges the GoZyugers to various silly games to prove they are the real deal. Usually in these games, one of the GoZyugers overpowers the rest, but here they have to work together for a common cause. It shows that even if the GoZyuger team are comprised of misfits out for their own wishes, when the time is right, they can work together as a well-oiled Sentai machine, but still keeping their individual personalities. However, once Pestis gets the upper hand, he reveals some important lore regarding the Tegasword. The giant robot was supposedly created from the pure wishes of humanity, but his power weakened due to his faith in humanity wavering. In some respects, I get why the Tegasword wavered. At times, it seems like all these wishes and battles for number ones can seem selfish, and aren't we taught that selfishness is a bad thing? Shouldn't we all be pure-hearted heroes who never think of themselves and go for the same purpose? Well, it's not that simple. As Horiuru's to-the-point speech in the film says, these wishes are not pure or filthy. In the grand scheme of things, wishes are often messy and complicated, much like the humans making them. It isn't a bad thing to have big ambitions or dreams, whether they're for yourself or others. Wishes are what inspire each person's unique identity. They give us a goal to aim for when we feel aimless, and they give hope even through the most troubling times. Much like a Sentai, we all might be very different individuals, but we can still come together for one purpose, without losing that individualism. With a renewed and repainted power-up form, Tegasword Origin, the Tegasword gives people all around the world a grand moment to transform into a Super Sentai Universe warrior, letting everyday people take the fight to the Calamity, helping our heroes defeat Pestis. This is such a cool moment, and I can see why people say it's the highlight of the film. It's heartwarming seeing people of all ages, genders, and backgrounds coming together to save the day, just like the original Sentai concept was conceived of, just on a grander scale. One of the many things that makes Sentai stand out from the rest of its Henshin Hero brothers was that focus on camaraderie and diverse character types, so seeing this concept taken to this awesome over-the-top extreme makes it feel like a true celebration of the 50th anniversary. In a meta way, this scene is the people and creatives over at Toei saying thank you for supporting Sentai all these years. Whether you just watched one season or multiple, we appreciate you, and now we're gonna canonize everyone as a Sentai hero. It's further enhanced through the excellent musical score that remixes old Sentai tracks from throughout the franchise's history in the GoZyuger musical style. Some may consider it flashy fan service, but it does serve a greater point of the movie and Super Sentai's main message of working together for the greater good, despite and because of our differences. And if this is gonna be one of the final Super Sentai movies for a while, or God forbid my lifetime, I'd say it's a poignant end to the legacy. And this is only the tip of the iceberg of the greatness GoZyuger's been cooking. I'm so excited to talk about the full show when it all wraps up soon, but for now, that will do it for my 300th analysis video and my 2025 videos in general. Thank you all for watching. This year was kinda rough, but making these silly videos helped me get through even the toughest of times. So thank you all for watching them, and toodles!